but okay.
20. Okay, yeah. So, hey, what is going on, everyone? We are live, and welcome back to the Go Getaways Travel Podcast. We have got quite a good show for you guys tonight, and a lot of news and information, some rumors and speculations, and all kinds of really crazy stuff. So, thank you for joining us. And of course, my name is Josh. And as always, every single week, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Matt.
What's going on, Josh? Happy Friday. We've been off a week. Happy 21st.
Happy 21st.
We're able to drink now. Congrats.
Yes, absolutely.
We're legal.
I'm just going tea tonight.
Cherry Coke.
So welcome, everybody. We are joined by two agents of ours from Go Getaways. We have Stephanie and Michelle. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
Feel free to tell everybody a little bit about yourselves.
Do you want to go first, Stephanie?
Sure. I'm Stephanie. I've been an agent with Gold Gal for a few months, but been in the travel industry for quite a few years. I've got 2 kids, 2 small kids, 2 big kids, and a grandchild. I'm from Maryland, so we love Disney, obviously, and we just love to travel anywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Michelle Snyder, and I'm from Avon, Indiana, which is just outside of Indianapolis. I'm a mom to an almost 12-year-old boy, and love Disney. As you can see behind me, I got my Disney representation, my Star Wars, my Marvel, everything back here. We love Disney. We love traveling in general. I just got back from a beach trip, and I've been with Gold Gal for almost, but not quite, 3 months.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for coming on tonight. It's going to be a great episode. Everybody out there who is watching or listening, if you don't know who Go Getaways is, we are a full-service travel planning agency who can help you plan your next destination, whether it's across the pond as things are beginning to open up. I just saw some really great news. A lot of places in Europe are beginning to reopen to allow Americans, assuming that you're vaccinated. And or if you're coming to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, whether you have big kids, small kids, or no kids at all, we have somebody who can help you start planning your next destination vacation. So you can head on over to goldgalgetaways.com to start planning. Excellent. Sorry. I'm just flustered tonight. I was having some computer issues to start with. Camera issues, actually. So
hey, it wouldn't be one of our shows without some sort of computer, battery.
I know,
Wi-Fi,
right?
internet, computer. It wouldn't. That's what makes us us.
It always seems to be something.
That's why we're special.
So each and every week, this podcast is brought to you by Chef Adam. Chef Adam is a celebrity chef, if you didn't know. And you can learn to cook with him. He's been on Food Network's Chopped, Restaurant Express with Robert Irvine. And basically what he does is he kind of hosts these cooking classes via Zoom. This one was a French bistro night. And what we were doing a lot were copycat-themed classes from the theme parks, mostly Walt Disney World, only Walt Disney World to start with, is what I should say. And it was fantastic. Of course, I always have to show this clip as well, which is very short. But we did a copycat of the Ronto rap, and I dropped it onto the computer, which was not good. So it's a lot of fun. If you are really interested in something like that, just learning to cook, what's really great about it is that Adam teaches you a lot of new techniques, or maybe techniques that you just didn't know to begin with. And then you get these awesome recipes that you can cook time and time again. So we did cheeseburger egg rolls from Magic Kingdom, way in the beginning of the classes, and
that was like the first go around, right?
Yeah, I think it was, and we've made them now. I think 2 or 3 more times, so which is really nice. But let me throw anybody out there who is watching. You can send an email to adamgoldgill@gmail.com and let him know that you are interested in taking a future class. He is somewhat on sabbatical for the summer, but we're hoping to have some pop-ups here. We're going to restart in the fall.
Fingers crossed on those pop-ups, especially where he is with I know we've talked about it. I'd love to get some of those nice seafood dishes.
Internet is somewhat spotty. So
somewhat.
Somewhat. Yeah.
He's in the woods with porcupines and bears.
That is true. Yes. All the way out in the middle of nowhere. So,
Yep.
Matt, I'm going to throw it over to you, man.
Yep. It's our thing. It's what everybody wants to hear about. This is where we push people to Barbados with the boys. And Taylor, I can't leave her out. December 12th, 2021, 7 nights, Southern Caribbean Island Hop. Like we talked about in the past, the Island Hop is probably the best part about it. You do not have any sea days. You're jumping island to island, exploring. It's the best part about it. We're leaving out of Barbados, like we said. Stops in Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent's, Dominica, and St. Lucia. We're up to probably about 15 to 20 people already. This is getting, I'm not going to say out of hand, but big.
I mean, it's getting pretty nice. I mean, we have a decent group going. I'm pretty sure that the rooms are still decently priced.
Yep.
And I'll let you finish before I add any more information.
And I think the thing behind it, Josh, is it goes with what Laurie said when we had her on a couple of weeks ago. That hashtag revenge vacation for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's like my little thing when I talk to everybody about traveling right now. It's like hashtag revenge vacation. Go get it.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know what's going to happen in this world. You know what I mean? We just got locked down for 16 months. Take advantage of any vacations you can.
Yep.
We want everybody to come along. Events at GoGelGetaways.com. Title, subject, Barbados with the boys.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously things could change. This is not set in stone. Royal Caribbean is still releasing information as each cruise begins to set sail. But they did just have a cruise on it technically was on Celebrity, but Royal Caribbean owns Celebrity. You did not have to wear a mask. Everybody was vaccinated on that cruise. They were not requiring masks at all. So I think that's something kind of exciting that we're looking forward to, is be able to actually have a real vacation that feels genuine and unique. And so we're excited. It's going to be so much fun. And island hopping to some of like the most beautiful places, and so rich in culture. So we can't wait. It's going to be great.
And just to confirm, Josh, like if I remember last Friday, we talked off air. Obviously, we weren't on. Did you convince me to go ziplining in the rainforest?
Oh, convince? I don't know if I convinced you. I think I just threatened you with your life.
YOLO. So make sure if you want to come along that trip.
We'll capture it all on video. So then that way, even if something does happen, at least it's memorable.
Yeah.
You know, we can watch it time and time again.
Thanks, buddy. We also have some room blocks for February and April vacation for the kids. February 19th, 2022, 7-night Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas, leaving out of Miami with stops in Perfect Day, Coco K, Antigua, and St. Thomas. We're also doing that same itinerary April 16th. So people have asked what room blocks are, Josh. Everybody asks, hey, what are room blocks? This isn't a group cruise. It is not a group cruise. We might have some agents that actually take advantage of going on this cruise, but it is not a group cruise. It's where we've been able to lock down some great prices on some different types of rooms on these ships. And it being from up north in New England, those are school vacation times. You know what I mean? February school vacation. Everybody's looking to go south because it's usually snowing up here and miserable and cold. Take advantage of that. February vacation. April vacation is when it's starting to get springtime. Events at GoGelGetaways.com. February vacation, April vacation. We'll have an agent get back to you on these. I think Perfect Day Coco K is just a selling point to me on that. What do you think? Oh, Josh, there it is.
It's a fantastic place. I mean, the water park alone is amazing. And you're on this beautiful place, hang out at the water park for half the day, take a break, actually go to the beach. The back. So if you look at this picture and you kind of look past the hot air balloon, which is really cool, or helium balloon, I can't remember which one it actually is. But if you look past her, there's a little building you could just barely see in the image. Back there, they've got these awesome over-the-water what are they, bungalows basically, right? That you can rent for the day. Cabanas. I was just told by my boss that they're cabanas. And yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to spend your vacation, especially for February. Get a break from the colds. Take advantage of the nice warm sun.
Yeah, definitely. You mean in those over the water cabanas? I don't want to call them bungalows because your boss might yell at me.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a little bit pricey, but if you have that, I think it's like your max people you can have in there 6 to 8. You split that up evenly. You mean it's
not bad.
It's not bad at that point.
Yeah,
a lot of loungers in there, and you mean they got the slide that goes right into the ocean,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing too is I think they include some drinks or there's some different additive benefits to it as well. It's not just like, oh, you have just this spot just to hang out over the water. So take advantage. I mean, they sell out very, very quickly. Yep. So if you're even thinking about it, get on it.
Yeah, definitely. Josh, this is yours. I can't talk about this because I know how much I think I saw someone post. Are we on day 400 days to go or 399?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think we're at 399.
I have no idea where we're at. Is it under 400?
It's I think Dave posted 400. I think it was yesterday. So today's 399. Would she say dollars?
She said people.
Yes, I'm sure there's going to be more than that.
Listen,
Yeah. We're just under 400 people in the group for the cruise to Alaska. So we've sold out about 6 of the ship or something like that. I don't know what it is, but this is something that we have been looking forward to for a very, very long time. It was supposed to be this summer. We had to delay it, push it back till next year for obvious reasons. So we are sailing July 15th, 2022 out of Seattle, going up into Alaska, making a few stops along the way in Canada. And we're going to be doing some whale watching. We're going to be doing some glacier hiking, some dog sledding, maybe all kinds of stuff. But if you ask Taylor, she would say that those aren't things that she's going to do. So we'll see how that goes.
So why? Time out. Those are the things you do in Alaska. Like what? Like, what is she going to the spa? Like,
I'm not sure what she's going to be doing, but I think what's going to happen is, as I saw somebody earlier made a comment here. Let me go back and find that real quick. Let's see, where was it at? Matt was voluntold, #voluntold. I think Taylor's going to be #voluntold as well.
Taylor, I'll make shirts.
Matt said he's going to make shirts. So and Val says 398 days. So it's awesome. We had a great time on our last group cruise that we did. Of course, I'll play the same video that I play every single week. It was a lot of fun, and it's a great way to meet new people if you've never taken a cruise before. This one is a once-in-a-lifetime type of cruise. You're going to meet some amazing people. You're going to build some new friends.
You're going to have crazy
and you're going to watch this guy probably dance and make a fool of himself like he always does. So, there's that.
I think maybe that's why she's going to Alaska, just to watch you dance like that.
Maybe. I don't know. But if anybody out there is interested, you can send an email to events@gogelgetaways.com and put in the subject line Alaska 2022. So cool. Anything else to add?
No, Alaska's almost. It's. I know it's funny to say because we got a couple things before that, but Alaska's almost here. I know.
Almost.
You know what I mean? Technically, we would have been leaving in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Now it's
somewhere around there.
Year. Now that's something I can't wait. And I know we talked about is Disneyland afterwards.
Yep. I think it's going to happen.
Especially with a lot of the new openings at Disneyland.
Oh, it has to happen.
I think it's something that needs to happen. And we'll talk more about that as we get more into the episode.
Yes, absolutely. So let's move on to the news. Alrighty, so we have got quite a long list of news this week. Some things that just broke today. And yesterday, Matt, you want to take it away? Start us off?
This is Josh. This is what happens when we take a week off. Like we just got an overload of just stuff.
I know, right? It's crazy.
So as we talked about week in and week out, packages are now available all the way into the summer of 2022. And a lot of the rooms are starting to sell out, especially getting into the 50th. So make sure you touch base with your Go Gal Getaways agent and lock down that deposit. I mean, that is crucial right now, so you don't get left out of. I mean, everything's starting to reopen. New things are starting to happen. Don't get left out, especially with the 50th anniversary coming up. And
yes,
I mean that's the main part of the year right now for Disney. I mean, they got a couple months. Once October hits, I'm not going to say it's going to be a madhouse, but there's just going to be so many activities and people there, and they're keeping park reservations. So park reservations are going to get harder. Lock in that package now so you don't get left out. News broke today, June 15th. No more masks except for Disney transportation. All gone.
Which is fantastic. I know Taylor's family was actually just down here this past week, so it's a little frustrating for them because obviously next week it gets lifted. A little bit of speculation on why it's going to be on Tuesday. It's such a weird date. But this is great. I know so many people want to get photos inside the park, and some of those like really, quintessential like photos sometimes are like on Dumbo or on the carousel. Before you had to have a mask on, now you don't. So it's nice, and of course now you don't have to wear them inside either, unless, like you said already, on transportation. So.
And the thing about it, Josh, I'm not trying to like nitpick here, but like if I'm on the Skyline, you and I are on the Skyliner, you, me, Taylor, do we really need to wear masks if it's the three of us?
I mean,
are they going to stop the Skyliner and kick us off in the middle of it? I don't think so.
I mean, if Disney's watching right now, yes, of course we're still going to have our masks on.
It was socially distant in the sky.
Right. No, probably not. And I think actually most people who have already done that, they probably take it off because it's usually only them. But I do know, I'm pretty sure that in the mornings when it is very busy and when the parks are closing, they are actually filling those up. It's not just the single parties. So that might be a little bit different, but so.
Josh, do you want me to start with this next one?
I'm gonna do this one.
Go get it.
So obviously, some of the biggest news this week, besides masks, is that Ohana is returning and is reopening over at the Polynesian next month in July, and of course, everybody was so happy until you saw the menu. I'm not sure. Of course, I never like to be negative Nancy on any of this kind of stuff, but I'm not sure what Disney is thinking or is doing here with this. Obviously, I know that there are some budgetary concerns here and reasons probably for the menu change. But the initial thing was that there were no noodles and the shrimp skewers were completely gone. So we have, I think the general population has fought enough to get the noodles back. So the noodles are back on the menu. But we still don't have the shrimp yet. So please bring back real shrimp and not a shrimp casserole, which
don't bash the casserole until you try it first.
Listen, the shrimp casserole is going to be very much just a filler. Like there's going to be probably not that many shrimp in there. They're going to be very, very small. Again, I know that this is for budgetary things, but I think there should be a little bit of guilt here with charging people about $55 to $60 for a meal that does not coincide with what it should be. So, shrimp's a big thing. So,
I mean, we before they went to this, we were ready to go with that hashtag "We want shrimp." But we don't have to now. The people have spoken.
No, it's hashtag we wanted noodles. Hashtag we want the noodles.
Oh, now we might as well start the shrimp one.
Yes, now it needs to be the shrimp one. Hashtag we want shrimp.
19 or 25 shrimp, like your big thing that you did or something.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if there was ever an actual number that I counted, but my thing is, and of course, like I'm not trying to nitpick here on Disney about it, but I don't see why they can't just still do everything the same, and instead of maybe bringing the skewers to the table. They just put them in a bowl and they bring them to the table that way. I mean, really shouldn't be that much of a change. But again, I think it's probably budgetary, right?
Mhm.
They probably just don't have the money. Maybe, I'm sure they do, but they don't want to spend the money just yet on large skewers of shrimp that maybe some people won't eat. I will be there to eat them. So call me up. Moving on. I don't want to dwell on that for much longer.
You don't want to be a negative Nancy. Do you want the other restaurant too, Josh?
I mean, Sebastians Bistro is also opening up this month on the 24th.
Yep.
That's over at Caribbean Beach if you've never been there before. I think this is actually a pretty decent place. I did not actually get to look at the menu to see if it has changed significantly, Matt. Can you, or ladies, anybody want to comment on that one?
There was a few things missing that I saw, but nothing like major. Nothing that was going to like detour people who are used to going there's trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to pop it up right now, see if anything.
I mean, it's a nice sit down place. I don't believe Caribbean Beach actually has any other sit down. As I look to my producer over there just to double check, she's not paying attention.
Sit down though.
Yeah. So just Sebastian's Bistro, and again, it's a decent restaurant. Is it the best out there? No. Is it the worst? Of course not. But it's a nice place just to sit down and relax over there. And
if you're staying at a Skyliner hotel, like Pop or
Yep.
Art of Animation, and you want to go to a nice meal, it's very easy.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking at it right now, Josh. It's not that. It's saying $29 per adult at Sebastian's.
Yeah. I mean, it's
that's not that bad.
Yeah, no. It's not a bad place. Again, we've Taylor and I have done a dining review there before, quite a while ago now, but still a decent place to go to. So let's talk about Tusker House, huh?
Oh, I can't wait for this one. I was so pumped to hear this one. So it's going to reopen on June 20th. Josh, as we've talked about, we have that reservation in July. I like the reservation time. It's later in the evening, so we'll probably be the last ones leaving out of Animal Kingdom that night.
We might be, but hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nope,
Maybe we can try and sneak back into Pandora on the way out. I like to see everything lit up, but we'll see. You never know.
Yeah, I'm excited to try they're going with a little bit of a skillet option. I'm excited about it. And everybody, if you've watched the episode, you know my love for Tusker. They can't do no wrong. no matter what they put there. Like, it's just my love is genuine for that place.
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening, you don't know what Tusker House is. Tusker House is traditionally a buffet style restaurant. They're going the same way that they're doing with all the restaurants right now that are buffets, for the most part, and that is doing a family style service where they kind of just bring everything out in a giant skillet for the most part. And as you eat that stuff, if there's something else that you want that has gone because you've eaten it, you just tell them, they'll bring more of it to you. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the menus are going to be limited for that kind of stuff. So it's not going to be as expansive as it normally would be, but I think it's still going to be pretty good. And they have some good flavors there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about that one. And I mean, dinner with good friends and my favorite place. I can't go wrong.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? Club level bookings are now available. And I think that's a big thing for a lot of our clients. They like that club level booking. A lot of reopenings that look towards the fall. So Grand Floridian Club level is going to open in the middle of September on the 16th. The Boardwalk on the 23rd. The Contemporary Club level on the 26th. That's all of September. And then December 16th, Wilderness Lodge and Coronado Springs Club levels will reopen. I think these are going to sell out extremely fast because they've always been popular to start with. But now that people are using the hashtag revenge vacation, go big. Why not? And I think they still haven't really announced what the club level is going to consist of, because I know you could go get your snacks and stuff like that. I wonder if they'll change that around a little bit, but I'm sure they'll be available, but just maybe in a different capacity.
Yeah, I think this is good news. So it's another step back to normal, I guess. could say.
Normalcy.
Let's go down into some Disney Cruise Line stuff. We got some good news. We got some bad news. It's just the way of the world. Disney Wish bookings are available for everybody now.
Yep.
Not many openings available.
There are not.
But if you're looking to go, make sure to reach out to a Go Getaways agent and have multiple dates available that you'd be looking for, not just set in stone on one.
Yep.
If anybody out there, the August 22nd, 2022 is probably going to be the best cruise in the world.
Absolutely.
Saying. And now the sad news. Disney DCL cancellation. Disney Dream departures through August 6th. The Fantasy through August 28th. The Wonder through September 19th. And the Disney Magic departures in the U.S. through November 4th.
Just crazy.
That's from what I was told. Actually, I'm not even going to try to find it on my phone. A lot of the cast members on board are not here yet. As I've talked in the past, I became very close with one of my my host, everybody on the ship, and we reached out to her. She just actually got back here, and they're still waiting for. She was on the Dream, and they're waiting for a lot of their staff to still get back into the Port Canaveral area. So that could be it, and then going through probably an extensive training process to kind of get back in the swing.
Yeah, I find that very interesting because is it, I would almost be interested to know, are other cruise lines paying to have their employees come back? Because as we'll talk here just shortly, pretty much every other major cruise line is going to restart sailing here. Some of them have already started this month, but most are going to get kicked off next month. So that's really, really interesting to hear that their potential reasoning maybe they just don't have enough cast members back.
Yeah, I was told, just real quick, only 20 people. I don't know if this is just from the dining staff, but only 20 people have checked in, and they got like next 3 days to get there. I don't.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
interesting.
So hopefully that all works out. Hopefully that doesn't affect pushing this date back anymore. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, we do have some better news.
Yep.
Potential rumor. I mean, it's a rumor.
Yeah. That's the main part here. This is a rumor.
Big rumor.
Could
happen though.
I like the idea. Fireworks. Possibly.
Yes.
Rumor to return in early July.
And when we say early July, 4th of July, that's the biggest time of the year, I think, for fireworks pretty much everywhere, right? But certainly in the theme parks, amazing firework displays that go on, specifically at Magic Kingdom. Some really great stuff that goes off at Epcot. So this is a pretty big rumor. We now have a relaxation in masks. Park capacity is being increased. They're not really worrying about people crowding together outside. So this could very, very well happen. It's complete and total speculation, just some rumors from cast members. And you never know. Could happen. It might not. So they've been doing an extensive amount of testing over at Epcot. I don't know that they really need to do any testing over at Magic Kingdom because they're not changing anything as far as fireworks go, but Epcot is very different. So obviously we no longer have illuminations. So, and with the barges out there, it's been crazy. So it could happen. So if you haven't gotten it, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
Like I said, Josh, before that, July 4th, it gets dark. All of a sudden, bam, fireworks. Don't tell anybody. It's more fun that way. And it's like, yeah, they're back. You know what I mean? The rumors out there that they're coming back, and then it just goes off. I think that'd make it more magical for people. Just fireworks.
We'll see.
Hopefully everything goes well and they do it early. So when we're there on July 12th, they got all everything ready for us.
Yes. Cool. Let's move on to Universal then.
Yeah.
And Yeah, sure. The probably the biggest thing coming out of Universal right now is that Velocicoaster has officially opened up, and in a really great nod to their patrons, the guests that went there on opening day, they were actually giving everybody free churros after you got off the attraction. So if you don't know, way back when they were bringing the dinosaurs, the raptors in, they were all wrapped up, and obviously people were like, "Oh, hey, look, it's the raptors." And Universal actually said, "No, those are just churros." They just, it's kind of a nod back to that. So they gave people free churros, and of course, I always like to play devil's advocate here and pick fun. There were some really great memes that came out from that. Mostly that Universal, most of them went like this: Universal opens up a brand new attraction and gives you free churros. And then you've got a picture below that. It's like of Disney, and it's like Disney's like, "Hey, we have stuff coming, so just wait, it's coming. You never know." So pretty funny. There's always some really great fun poking between Universal and Disney. That's what's so great about having them right here in Orlando. So I'll tell you this: Universal can never match fireworks over at Disney World. So. And then the second piece is that we still don't have any HHN, no Halloween Horror Night tickets announced yet.
Yeah.
It's coming, but just no prices yet. So
I'm off the.
I'm sorry. What? No, no.
I'm safe.
No.
Hey, nope. I hear that 24th is very popular date.
Do we have to take you twice now? 2 days in a row? I think that's possible.
Hey, I'm going to Horror Nights. I'm going to the Boo Bash. So actually, Boo Bash isn't scary.
Boo Bash isn't scary. That's fine. I can do Boo Bash. I will not do Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of videos. I'm trying to get myself psyched up. Sometimes, hey, you're gonna, Josh, you got me there. That's the start. Like, I've convinced myself that I will go, and I think I've convinced a lot of our agents to go watch me cry. So
there you go.
Hey, Universal, I've gotten bringing in your business.
Sounds scared just talking about it.
Oh yeah, it's like, don't worry, I'm scared every time I talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get off Horror Nights just because it bothers me.
Yeah, let's move over to the West Coast.
Yeah, we're going Disneyland. Opens to everyone June 15th, which is next week, which is awesome. I mean, I think that's almost like the last thing to happen, right? In the Disney United States. I
think so, pretty much.
Brings a tear to my eye. That's awesome. Avengers Campus. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's really just talk about. So Disney Parks blog had out the video, the opening ceremonies last week.
Yep.
This place is amazing.
Awesome.
Like the Spider-Man web slinger ride. I can't wait to just go do like the 3D.
It looks amazing. It looks so cool. And such an interactive attraction too.
And you get to
put over there.
And then, I mean, I know we talked about this off air a little bit. The family size panini of the $100 sandwich. we talked about this. It's meant for 6 to 8 people. 6 to 8 people. I think I could get 3/4 of it down myself. So if anybody who's asking what's in it, it's salami, rosemary ham, provolone, sun-dried tomato spread on a focaccia with marinara dipping sauce, potato bites, and they went healthy, and an arugula salad.
It's also got pepperoncinis on it.
Oh, even better. So, like, think about it. If you got a family of 8, like, and you got little ones, I mean, $100 isn't the worst thing in the world there. But like,
no, not at all.
No.
But obviously, I have to have that myself. Like, I find that as a challenge. That's not. It's like when we go, I'm trying that.
Listen, I mean, you can split this easily between 4 people. It's $25 a piece. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you're not getting any sides, but
the arugula salad.
Yeah, don't forget
I
the
guess.
salad.
Yeah, I guess it does come with that arugula salad. Who knows how big that's actually going to be? I mean, yeah,
It's like
I
this
don't know.
much.
So I think it's a really decent thing that you could easily split between at least 4 people, and definitely 6 to 8 if you've got kids with you. So I know some people were like, "Whoa, $100," but when you really think about it per person and the size of it,
And
I think
I've
this
heard
makes
from
sense.
people, like you read online that a lot of people at Disneyland, it's a very good sandwich. It's not like,
Yeah,
oh, it's Avengers Campus and it's $100 sandwich. I'm going to get it just to get it. So no, they're saying it's a very good quality sandwich.
Yeah.
You mean you won me over. Like,
And if you don't want to buy the big one, I mean, they have like a $12.95 single serving of it, like
Yeah.
for people who want to. But if you want to like take on that challenge or get it for a big group of people, then yeah.
And like we said, Josh, you crush it, and then you go on breakout. And
right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to. Well, you know what? No, I think we have to ride Incredicoaster because we can't film on. We can't film on there. But on Incredicoaster, we could take a GoPro and strap it to our wrists, and then we could film that.
Do you really want to see some vomit on the Incredicoaster?
Probably not.
I want to see Matt throw up.
But I look at it. I look at it like this: is we just keep going. We have the sandwich. We can split it, Josh, right down the middle. You get, I think it's 4 pieces. I get 4 pieces. We crush it.
Okay.
And then we go on rides until whoever taps out.
Okay. I mean, I think I could do that. I drink lots of water so I can stretch my stomach out. So
You've been watching the food competitions?
yeah, oh yeah. Prepare myself.
All right. But I mean, that's pretty much coming out of Disneyland. Avengers Campus is just, and they're doing the virtual queue for the web slinger, which is obviously we're used to it over here for the Rise of the Resistance. So, I mean, hopefully we get on that. Hopefully people get on that. If you've been on it, let us know. I'm really intrigued of how much fun it actually is. All right, let's get into some Royal Caribbean cruising stuff. They're coming back. RCCL is coming back 3 to 5 days. Freedom of the Seas out of Miami starting on July 2nd, right around the corner. Mariner of the Seas out of Port Canaveral starting August 23rd. Funny thing, Josh, I was actually supposed to be on that cruise. And we bailed out and we're actually going to Margaritaville now. 7 nights, Odyssey of the Seas out of Fort Lauderdale starting on July 3rd. Allure of the Seas out of Port Canaveral starting August 8th. Symphony of the Seas out of Miami starting August 14th. And the Independence of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas starting August 15th. Everything's happening. Good things.
And some news to add to this that, as you may notice, these are all out of Florida, one of them being out of Texas. Originally, when they were talking about coming back, the cruise lines were all going to be requiring everybody to be vaccinated. These cruises that are out of Florida and Texas, they are actually not voluntarily. You do not have to be vaccinated to be on these cruises. However, if you are not, there will be extra stipulations that you will have to do and follow while on board. I don't know how they're going to enforce that stuff. But initially, what they were saying is that everybody's going to have to be vaccinated. So that's not the case out of Florida and Texas. I do believe sailings out of Seattle are that way. And then anything that's going out of the Caribbean and the Bahamas, I believe is also, you have to be vaccinated. So listen, things are changing all the time. I say this every week. This is, if you've never used a travel agent before, and of course I know that we're a travel agency, and so I know that we're like, but listen, I mean, seriously, there's no better time to actually use a travel agent because we stay up to date with this information. We know what's going on, and we can help you, better plan your vacation and what's happening. So these are important things to know.
Josh, talking about that for a second, let's talk about the Boo Bash. I mean, tickets obviously went on sale for
great point. Yes.
For resort guests. And if you're in Facebook groups and you see it, it's like, oh, I've been on the phone for 7 or 8 hours. Who would you rather have on the phone? Your travel agent or you personally?
Right.
I mean, I know some of our agents were on the phone on hold, not talking to somebody for almost 5 to 6 hours.
Yes.
Almost 2 to 3 days straight. I mean,
Yep.
I got lucky and I waited till day 3 and I was 30 minutes. But you mean that's what our job is. You know what I mean, is to alleviate the stress off of you and wait on the phone while you can do your daily activities. So think about that when you're looking to use a travel agent, not a travel agent. Do you want to waste that almost a quarter of your day on hold listening to Disney music? Some people might be like, yeah, I do because I want to listen to Disney music. But you know what I mean? That's a part of our job and our job description. And I think that's what makes
a client, they're not paying us. So it's no extra to them.
Right.
And we just get to do that extra for them. So it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a no-brainer, everybody. So, like I said, this is, I know that we're a travel agency, but there's no better time. There's no better time, honestly. So awesome. Well, let's break into the topic of this week, huh?
Yeah.
So go ahead, Matt. No, go ahead.
It's like, so we decided to last minute kind of change it up and kind of figure out what we're going to do. So we went with hidden gems at Disney, and everybody's hidden gem is kind of different. It might not be a hidden gem to you. It might be a hidden gem to one of our agents. It's in the eyes of each person. So remember that when we're going through our list and if you have some spots, make sure to put them in the chat and share your different spots. So let's start off real quick. Michelle, just go with like maybe one or two of your favorite like hidden gems. You mean it could be anything from food to a hideout to a snack. It could be anything.
So I'm going to start with something that people are going to think is probably funny. But in Magic Kingdom, the tangled bathrooms, like over in Fantasyland, kind of across from Peter Pan, the bathrooms themselves, yeah, like theming inside is nice, it's whatever. But it's that area surrounding those bathrooms. There's these tree stumps that obviously aren't real tree stumps, but like Disney has put them there, and they've got charging portals. I mean, if you want to think they're real, it's Disney magic. It's so much great Disney magic. You can sit there and relax and plug in your phone in this tree stump, and all these like tangled like lanterns are above you, and it's very beautiful. In the daytime, it's still beautiful, but at nighttime is even more so because they're lit up, right? But you can go over there, have great photo ops. In the day, it's normally a little busier because people are there. So if you want to try to go like first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening and get some really great pictures, like that's awesome too. But they've got just this great area that's just so themed and beautiful, and you can relax and take a load off, charge your phone, and even more so, Pascal, the little chameleon, that's Rapunzel's pet or, whatever, companion. All around that area, there's little hidden Pascals. And so like you can take your child or even you, like I'm a child at heart, even if my kid isn't with me, like go find all the hidden Pascals that you can find and just enjoy a nice moment of relaxation, because when you're in the busy park all day and you're hustle and bustle, it's just beautiful to have that theming and that gorgeousness, the music that's piped in, everything is just really well thought of, and it's great.
Yeah. Stephanie, what do you? I'm looking at your list right here. Like your top one. What did you put for your top one? I like that one.
Oh, the Sangria University.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Sangria. You won me over there. And Josh,
I know.
You were just over Three Bridges.
No,
we were.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said me.
Well, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we were just over there. But go ahead, Stephanie. Go ahead. Take it away.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say like I haven't done this yet, but I was. So I was researching for my stay, and in like 2 weeks, I'm staying at Coronado Springs. So, and it's just my sister and I. So I was looking for something for like me and her to do. And they have Sangria University. So at Three Bridges, the restaurant, and they do, they basically, I think it's like $45 per person. They give you their Sangria flight, which you can purchase anytime when you're just eating or whatever in the restaurant, but it's the Sangria flight, and then they let you make your own sangria, and it includes an appetizer. So I thought it was really cool. Then they have a non-alcoholic option too. It's like lemonade, and it's $25 per person. So if you have kids, or if you just want a non-alcoholic option, but they book up in advance. So I emailed them. There's like a specific email to email to Sangria University.
Wow.
I do remember seeing that, because we were talking about doing it for a portion of the fam trip, just because it's Sangria.
Yeah.
But it's weird, Stephanie. Don't they do it just like a random, like, is it like Tuesdays or something between just like a random time?
So Saturdays and Sundays or something. But apparently if you have a group of people, 10 or more, then you can do it at a random day.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Saturdays and Sundays between 2:30 and 3:30.
Yeah, and apparently now they're booked all the way up until August.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool though. That's something I had no idea about. Like, I mean, I knew that they had the Sangria flight because we were just over there, but that whole thing was I did not know. That's really cool.
Yeah, they give you a whole certificate and everything. Like, you graduated Sangria University, Three Bridges. Darn.
Is that an official degree you can use?
I'd frame
Put
it
it on your resume.
Is that a resume thing?
You can put it on your job, like on your on your resume for your next wine or Sangria Sommelier, or how do you say that?
You can put it on your
Sommelier, yes.
All right. Let's see what else. Stephanie, why don't you go again? What do you got? What else? Give us another hot spot.
So one thing that we really liked as a family, so visiting the Stavanger Church and the Norway Pavilion in Epcot. We only did this at a time when we were actually waiting for family to get to Frozen. And it was summer, hot day. So we're like, let's just go in here and sit and wait for them. And it's super air conditioned, but it's actually Norwegian, like, artifacts and stories about Vikings and myths and gods. And there's even a cute like sculpture of Thor and Loki and that kind of thing. So kids really enjoyed it. And it's a really nice place to just go inside and get air conditioned. I mean, we sat in there for probably 30 minutes and nobody else even came in there. So it was a nice place to get away. And
I love that place.
Yeah, it was really cool. I feel like not many people think to go into there. Like, they know it's there, but they don't think to go inside of it.
It's not going to be a hidden gem anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially getting into the summer and nobody goes in there and it's air conditioned.
That was a good air condition too. Like, the real good air condition.
And you get a picture of yourself like grabbing hold of Thor's hammer. Like, everything. It's very awesome.
Yeah.
What else?
It's a cool place.
That's one I haven't hit. I might check out that hidden gem next time I'm down there.
Yeah, you should.
Michelle, what do you got?
So I have a bunch that are at Epcot, and a lot of them are alcohol centric. So I don't want to put all of them out there and seem like that's all I do when I go to Epcot. But
no, time out.
Is there something else that you do when you go to Epcot?
That's all most adults do when they go to Epcot.
It's true.
This is true.
Or turtle talk. That's that or drink around the world. It's both of those all together.
Yes. One of my favorites, and I tried to put most of the things on my list as things that were either free or very low price. But one thing I want to put out there, just because it is so special and it's so awesome. And honestly, I think they just started doing it in the past 6 months, which is different because that's something they've added instead of something they've taken away since the pandemic, right? So it's kind of different.
Right.
Is the Agave Experience, which is over in the Mexico Pavilion.
Yep.
And it is at it's like a tequila tasting at the Cava de la Tequila. Like, I am not a good person to say certain words, but it's awesome. So it is like $100 or more per person. So that's one thing that this was my extra that I put on because it's not something cheap. But for a couple, I think you can do it for $300. But you start out, you walk in, the place is normally very busy because everyone's supposed to go in and get margaritas and different things because it's awesome. But they take you off to like a separate area, kind of away from the busyness. It's very calm. You get a tequila ambassador that can tell you everything about making tequila, the different kinds of tequila. It's awesome. They start out with giving you a margarita. Here you go, enjoy. You step in, you learn, you start talking. They give you it's a 45-minute to hour experience. So you have to have a alcohol tolerance,
Yep.
or it might be a little different. But after you take that margarita, they give you like a vodka chaser to kind of clear your palate and start tasting this tequila.
Yeah.
And there's 5 different tequilas, different, like the clear ones, the more gold ones, different kinds. And then they pair each with a special flavor. So you can take, this one goes with lime, this one goes with lemon, this one goes with chocolate, this one goes with crickets. So that's a little different than you would experience ever either. So you like eat this cricket and take this tequila. And there's just all kinds of different. And then they give a mezcal, which is different than tequila. If you don't know that, but you'll learn it when you're there. So 5 tequilas, a margarita, 5 tequilas, a mezcal, and then this like cream liqueur before you leave. They do also have chips and guac to kind of taste in between, kind of down all that while you're trying all these tequilas. But it is a very short time that you're trying everything. Granted, it's not like some big serving, but it's very nice and very exciting, and you learn things and you get to taste all these things and try things different. I mean, who eats crickets on a normal basis and then tries a tequila? So I think it's really exciting.
Not me.
I'm just going to add that I'm assuming that this is what Pam's talking about, maybe adding this for GoldCon. So, anybody out there, I'm totally interested. That'd be awesome.
I guess the director of fun has the schedule put together. Cheers. No, it's all good. The funny thing about it is, like, we actually, Ashley, we looked into this for the fam trip a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it just didn't fit, especially with like us on the go for 2 straight days. Right. And the weird part about it, so I just typed it into YouTube and was like, maybe I can watch someone's video and kind of get an idea of it. I actually randomly found one of our other agents had a video of it.
Oh, nice.
It was weird. I was like watching. I was like, man, I know this woman, and it was like, oh wow, it's Steph Membler.
Oh. Nice.
And if anybody knows alcohol, they know their alcohol.
For sure.
Yeah. Shout out Raleigh Rum Company. What else we got here? All right, Michelle, you got another one?
I do. So to kind of keep it like kind of varied, one thing I would say is over at Animal Kingdom. A lot of people know, obviously, you go to the Tree of Life and you can see inside the Tree of Life are carved different animals. And from far away, you can kind of see certain things, but they don't realize that there's this whole discovery trail that you can walk along and get very up close to the Tree of Life and see right beside you these animals that are carved into this tree. So from far away, you see, yes, this tree is made up of different animals, but when you get up in there and go through all these trails, you see different animals, you see like real animals, like as you're going through the thing, but then also you can see like right beside there's, this little alligator carved in the tree. There's a gorilla carved in the tree. You can see it right up close and personal, whereas it's not where you're standing back, because like the Tree of Life is like the castle of Animal Kingdom. So normally you see it from further away. You can tell there's things in there, but you can't see it as much. And if you go on these discovery trails throughout, you can get really up close and take pictures and see these actual carvings that are in that tree. And it's just amazing and beautiful.
It's a really great way too, just to take a break. Sometimes over at Animal Kingdom, it gets really hot over there. It gets very humid because of all the vegetation, and this is a great place just to kind of take your time, especially if you have kids. Like, what a great activity for kids to go through and just kind of play a game of like, how many different animals can you find? What type of animals that? Yeah, I mean, just all kinds of like little things. Of course, like obviously, I'm not a kid, but I like to spend a lot of time over there myself. I always try to go over and see if like, did I know that was there before? Does this looks like it's new? But obviously it's not. It's been here for forever, but I didn't see it, So it's cool. That is definitely a hidden gem that I think a lot of people just walk right on by. So
Stephanie, what's your next go-to hidden gem?
So I guess I would say like for me and my family, one of the biggest hidden gems for us is just like spending more time at the resorts and getting a full day away from the parks and just go to another resort, even if you're not staying there. We really love Animal Kingdom Lodge. We've stayed there before, but we love, like, even when we're not staying, just to go there for the whole day. So normally they have the safari night tours. And they normally also have, if you didn't want to book a safari tour, you can also do night vision goggles. So the kids literally can get night vision goggles and for free, just stand there and watch the savannah and the animals at night. My kids thought it was the coolest thing. And just all different activities that they have there is just crazy. I mean, you literally could have a whole afternoon plus dinner or lunch and take the whole day there. We've done like just pin trading and the wood carvers and feeding the flamingos. Like it's just, it's so much. And it's a great place to just hang out for the whole day.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to go over there yet, but I'm excited to venture over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge and try out some of their activities.
Yeah, they have a creative like paint and sip and paint out on this by the savannah. So you can literally book, and that's available now. You can literally book a spot to do a painting, and they give you a complimentary drink, and it overlooks the savannah. Like that's just a whole nother activity there out of all the free things that they also have there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Stephanie, why don't you hit us with another one? What do you got?
Yeah, what do I got? So the Swan and Dolphin Resort. Going back to the resorts, I really love the Swan and Dolphin. So obviously not a Disney owned resort, but it is on Disney property technically. They do have a character breakfast, and I think at one point it used to be a dinner too. So not right now, there's no characters, but you can usually see Goofy and Pluto for breakfast. Sometimes you can see Chip and Dale. At Garden Grove is the restaurant, and it can be a buffet. And it's just, I think that's a place where a lot of people don't really think about when they want to get a character meal or a character breakfast. They don't think about looking at the Swan and Dolphin. Plus, it's usually a little less crowded and less busy. You're right on near the boardwalk. My husband and I, we had our vow renewal there at the Swan and Dolphin. So we literally had the whole area between the yacht club and beach club and the Swan and the boardwalk. It's just a good time.
Yeah, that's just a great area. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Swan and Dolphin. We were actually we had an agent dinner in December at the Dolphin at Todd English's Blue Zoo. That was my first experience there, and I mean it really, really amazed me with not even though it's not a Disney resort hotel, it's still a great property. And it's, you know what I mean? I was at Art Animation. I had to take the Skyliner over. It was a little jog to get over there, but work up a sweat before your meal.
I mean, it's only like a 5-minute walk from Yacht and Beach Club, so you're right there.
I was in dress shoes.
Oh. It's not fun in a wedding dress either.
I wouldn't know.
Well, you know, I'll just add, it's something that we've kind of been talking a little bit about, I think, as a larger picture, a hidden gem of Disney World, just in general, are taking time out of your vacation to actually just go and explore the resorts. And I say this all the time, especially during the holiday season. One of the best things that you can do that a lot of people don't know about, because they just come in and they think it's all about the parks and they're trying to hit the parks and you need another vacation after your Disney vacation sometimes, is take the time and just explore the resorts a little bit. Sometimes there are some really great places to eat. There is some really cool artwork to see. There are different activities that you can do. And if you don't even have to be staying on property to go and visit any of the hotels. You may have an issue parking there. So that may be something you have to work out. But other than that, like, there is just so much to do at the resorts that I think a lot of people just overlook sometimes because there's not actual attractions there. So, What
do we got? Michelle, are you up? What do you got?
Yeah, so back to Epcot again. Like I said, I have so many Epcot. This one's not alcohol related. I'm trying to kind of keep those keep those few and far between. But over in Japan, which I have so many hidden gems in Japan, like it's just amazing over there. Like I could spend almost a whole day in Japan. But they have the kakagori, which is like a shaved ice, a Japanese shaved ice that's over at the Kabuki Cafe there. Most people, I mean, Florida's hot, and I don't care if it's off season or not. For those of us who don't do hot, it's hot. So, you know, for those of you who are there all the time, there's certain days that are better than it's hot when I'm there. And you want to get something to kind of cool off, relax. And yes, Mickey ice cream bars are great, but you know, it's very basic. And I'm not like putting that down, but you want to try something that's a little different?
I think they're very heavy too sometimes. If it's hot out, I think a Mickey ice cream bar is a little heavy.
Yeah,
right?
I, mean,
I think it is a
all
little
over
bit.
you. It's, you know, so this is a Japanese shaved ice, and they've got like multiple flavors. It's got I'm gonna look at my thing here so I don't do it wrong. They've got like a strawberry, a melon, a tangerine, cherry, blue raspberry, or they have a rainbow, so you can like mix them all together. And it's a very big, nice shaved ice. It's very like for your kids, for you, for anybody. It's very refreshing, and you can even have them put this drizzle of sweet cream on it, so that it's kind of ice creamy too. And it's only like $4.50 without the cream, $5.50 with the cream. Like it's cheap, it's a good snack, and it'll make you refreshed. And nobody really knows it's there. There's so many people who don't know. And it's amazing, and it will cool you off. It'll be something different, and it'll be exciting. And your kids will think it's cool too, because it's like all these colors in it, and it's exciting. And even without your kids, like you'll like it too. So,
Josh, have you tried that?
I have. It's fantastic. And it is absolutely just like Michelle said. I mean, it's super refreshing. And that's why I enjoy it more than I would ever enjoy like a Mickey ice cream bar or a Mickey sandwich, because sometimes just the chocolate's rich, the ice cream is a little bit heavy. And this is just, it's ice with sugar water, sugar, you know, I mean, it's great. It's awesome. So absolutely should get it. If you get the rainbow, it's almost, depends on who's doing it, but it's almost Instagram like worthy, you know.
Ooh.
So I mean, it's Instagram worthy no matter what, but you know. So
Josh, we're gonna change it up right now a little bit. We haven't gone to you a little bit, my man. What's I know you don't like to give these little hints out. Like where's Josh's hidden gem? What's your spot snack? Like
I honestly, if I had a real, I mean, all year round, I don't know that boy, that's a tough one. I'm going to steal one because this is a good one. I'm actually going to go with Nomad Lounge over in Animal Kingdom. Right. It's a really good one. It's a great place. If you have been, you know, walking around the park all day, getting really tired, Nomad Lounge is like this amazing place over just at the start of like, it's in Discovery Island, but it's right in the start of Pandora. And you can go in there and just relax. They have some amazing cocktails. They have some little bites. And if you want to actually eat inside of the restaurant, this is a great place just to kind of hang out and relax. And I'm going to steal one more because I love going to Hollywood Studios. And if I'm going to Hollywood Studios, there's not many places in there where I can get a drink, but Baseline Tap House is one of the best places. The pretzel is amazing. Mm-hmm. The cheese board? It's been a long time since I've had it. Like cheese board or charcuterie board is amazing. And then I always get a blood orange. It's like a space blood orange cider. It's a little bit more on like the grapefruity sourness side, but it's fantastic. And it's another, I really think that one's another hidden gem where people are so fixated on getting into Batuu and trying to get onto Millennium Falcon or Rise of the Resistance or do any of the shopping over there that they run right by it. Yep. Or they get sidetracked right into Sci-Fi, the sit-down restaurant right next to there. So it's a great place just to kind of sit down, relax, have a little bite to eat, have a drink, chat with some friends, or take your food on the go, whatever one you want to do.
Nice. One thing to note, even though it has the lounge and it's mostly like brews and stuff, like you can take your kids there too. They have craft sodas. So like when I went, like my son got like this like black cherry soda, which is craft made, very nice. It's clear, like it's doesn't have extra crap in it. Like, you know, it's really great. I could have a cocktail, my sister could have a cocktail, and we could eat that pretzel. So like you can still go to this lounge, even though it's more than just adults, you know?
Yeah. Matt, what about you? I mean, if you're gonna just gonna toss me out there, what about you? Huh?
Well, I'm gonna go with the one that like I actually was talking to Stephanie and Michelle about this earlier. I mean, if I'm in Magic Kingdom and I want to get something to eat, but I want to get away from just the normal people and away from people, Columbia Harbor House upstairs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Some people know it's there, some people don't, but it's a big area upstairs where you don't have to be on top of each other. You know what I mean? You get your food. Like I know you sat up there, Josh. It's kind of people forget it's there. Like sometimes they just get their food. Oh, there's nothing on the first level, and they just walk out and
they go outside. You mean
go upstairs, enjoy the air conditioning. You can look out the window and just kind of chill and relax. God bless you, Taylor.
That's it, bless you.
I think that's a spot that gets overlooked a lot. I mean, it's the Columbia Harbor House quick service is, I think, is very solid in the ability.
It's also unique. It's also unique compared to the rest of quick service.
It's not like a normal New England meal to me, but it is.
Well, I mean, it's not hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken fingers. Even though
that tells you it's good coming from someone from New England, that it's good seafood.
Well, I mean, if it's Matt though, I don't know. Is that really trustworthy? Or?
Yeah. But you know, I mean that's probably my one.
No, that's a great place. And to add to that, if you can get a table next to the windows, then you can also get like a nice view of what's going outside. You can do a little bit of people watching. So hopefully now the next time when it reopens, they'll actually still be seating upstairs and won't be packed.
Hopefully.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. So let's go one more each for Stephanie and Michelle. Stephanie, what do you got? One more. What's your last
one more? What do I
hidden
have?
gem?
Okay. So the walkway back to Canada Pavilion in Epcot. Most people would see it after coming out of Circle Vision back there. But some people just don't realize, since it's way back in the cut back there in Canada, that you can actually take this nice little walkway, little bridge, and then there's this huge waterfall back there. It's just a nice photo spot and nice area. Something new to see if you're just walking through Epcot or passing by Canada. I actually took my kids back there. I wouldn't recommend this at night, just before as Epcot was closing. Walk the kids back there. It's pretty creepy because it's not really lit up, but they thought it was cool.
Okay, all right. It's a great spot for photos. I think a lot of people probably are going into Canada looking for Le Cellier, and oftentimes, again, it's a pathway that doesn't take you down into Le Cellier, so it gets overlooked. And I think
way in the corner. Yeah.
I never see anybody walking back through there either. Yep. Like it's usually pretty empty. So it's a great spot. Great spot for photos. Absolutely.
Don't take your kids there at night. That's all.
But yeah, don't do that. I don't have them, so I don't do that. But
Michelle, what do you got?
All right, so the last one I'm going to give, it's the ride itself is not hidden gem. Kilimanjaro Safaris, like everyone knows it's there in Animal Kingdom, everyone loves it. But the hidden gem I'm going to give is you ride that first thing in the morning, and you ride that last thing before it closes. And I don't mean before the park closes, because the safari closes before the park closes. So make sure you pay attention to the times. But if you go first thing in the morning, I know most everyone's running to Pandora, they're trying to do Flight of Passage, they're trying to whatever. But you go to the safari first thing in the morning, and last thing in the evening, you're going to see different animals. Things come out and go in that they bring out each time. They feed the animals on a different schedule, so you'll see something different in the morning and the night. The activity level, because Florida's hot, like I went on before, like animals will be more active in the morning, more active in the evening. You'll just see so much more. Each time you go on the safari is a different, regardless, because of what you see. But I suggest that like hidden thing is go first thing in the morning, go last thing in the evening, and your experience is going to be amazing for what you're going to see animal-wise and everything in there.
That's
a great one.
That's one of my favorite rides too.
Yes.
I don't even like to call it a ride. That's like just my favorite adventure.
Yes.
And it truly is a different experience. It's always kind of the same attraction, but it's always a different experience every time that you ride this. Even if you ride it back to back, there have been times where Taylor and I have, this was before Pandora opened, where we would rope drop and ride Kilimanjaro Safari, and immediately we get off, go back in line, and ride it again. And something as simple as, the first ride through, we didn't see any rhinos, and then the next trip we come through, and they're like literally right up against the truck almost, and the truck has to stop. Then you have to wait. So I mean, it's always different, and you just never know. And that's a great one, fantastic one.
Man, that was some good options. Might not be hidden gems much longer, but
right?
Yeah.
Well, and I think the other thing too is that everybody, like you said at the beginning, Matt, just because our hidden gem might not be your hidden gem. It all kind of depends on how you vacation. I'm sure that there are certainly plenty of things that we had left out. And if you want to let us know what your hidden gems are, please feel free to leave it down in the chat, in the comments, or send us an email. I think we're gonna have to make like a podcast email. We don't have one of those yet. We'll have to make one.
Works for me. What else we got?
I think that's about it.
That's it for this episode. I mean, let's talk about a little bit about next week, Josh. This is something like I didn't even give you the topic for next week, have I?
No, I have no idea.
So actually, we came up. So we're gonna have Anthony and Danae come on, two new agents as well.
All right.
I mean, we're getting into the summer, and you start seeing people posting on Facebook is like the weather of Orlando, and it's thunder and lightning and raining, and people freak out. How to do Disney when it rains?
Oh, perfect. I like this. That's a great topic.
I'm really excited about this one. They're excited about it. So we're going to have Anthony and Danae on next Friday evening. And then we go on a little bit of a little sabbatical, a little bit of a break.
Are you sure?
Well, at least I
sure?
do.
I mean,
I do.
Okay. All right.
I do.
I mean, we will. Yeah. We'll cover that next week. But so,
Sorry, my bad.
It'll be all right.
Other than that, make sure to like and subscribe to the Go Gal Getaways YouTube channel. We're trying to get that up to, I think, what was the deal, Josh? 200?
I don't even remember.
Look at you. You're playing.
It was.
I think you said 50,000 or something like that.
And
200.
So 200 on the channel. And don't forget, everybody, we do have TikTok now. Even though we're not that active on it yet, we do have TikTok. Go Getaways on TikTok. If we get over 1,000 subscribers on that and the 200 on the YouTube channel by the middle of July, I've challenged Josh and myself are going to do the renegade dance from TikTok in front of the Magic Kingdom. And that will be our new opening to the podcast.
Oh yeah, let me tell you. Something happened to the video. It doesn't work anymore.
Hey,
oh boy.
That's my challenge. Other than that, like I said, make sure to like and subscribe to everything that we're on, all of our social media accounts. Josh, do you want to share their Stephanie and Michelle?
Yes, absolutely. If anybody out there wants to, I can only put these up one at a time, but this is Michelle at goldgalgetaways.com. It is up on the screen. And we also have Stephanie at goldgalgetaways.com. So if you're interested in doing any Disney vacation planning, absolutely send an email to either of these two fine ladies. They will help you start planning, whether you have big kids, small kids, or no kids at all.
Awesome.
Like that. See?
And we'll see you guys next week. And now we're off to plan your next vacation.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.